Greetings and welcome to the inaugural episode of The Montage, the ultimate destination to discover and explore emerging local artists. Before we begin, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land we stand on, the Wurundjeri and Boonwurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin, and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. This land was, is and always will be Aboriginal land. My name's Damon and I'm joined here by my co-host Kinsey.
Together we have handpicked a collection of talented and hardworking musicians who are dedicated to providing you with the most captivating and authentic sounds. Join us from the State of the Art studio where we just recorded a very special studio recording on the brand new API console, and we can't wait to showcase with you some of the finest new music.
We've got Garaz here in the SAE studios, going to ask him a few questions. How you going, guys?
Very well, thank you.
That's great. So where did the name come from, Garaz, and what are some of your musical influences?
The name Garaz comes from a retired Lithuanian-American actor called Garaz or Garaz. I don't actually know how it's pronounced. It's spelled with an S at the end, not a Z. But I saw it in the credits of the film Ben, which is a film about it's a little boy who falls in love with an evil rat. It's a horror film. Michael Jackson does the theme song, but like when Michael Jackson was a kid. It's a largely forgotten about film now, but he played a detective in it. And I really liked his name. His name was a lot more memorable than his performance, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Nice one.
And he's retired now, so we can use it, I think. Yeah,
that's how it works.
Copyright free.
Steal people.
Yeah. Also, influences. I think for me, I like a lot of like glam stuff, like Steve Harley and Roxy Music and that sort of thing. And so that was always a big influence on me, and particularly early on. But like I think as we've evolved, they come from all over the place.
Yeah, it kind of varies. I've been listening more and more to like Ian Dury and the Blockheads, especially recently in terms of lyrics. I've been getting into like kind of list songs and kind of fast, dense verses and stuff like this. So that's been an influence recently. Yeah.
Cool. And that shows through your songwriting, would you say?
For the stuff that's coming out soon, I think it definitely will. Yeah.
Cool. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so how do you guys typically go about your songwriting process then?
I think we kind of get the bulk of the ideas done individually first. That's what we've done in the past, and then kind of bring some skeleton stuff to the band, and we fill it in together.
Yeah.
It's kind of the process, really.
Yeah.
It has been.
There's a couple of exceptions to that. Like some are more like the entire process is more collaborative, but the majority it's someone's been working on something, getting a demo together or something like this, and then it gets brought to the band.
And we usually like if we've done a demo like individually, when we bring it together, we kind of like loosely learn it and then all play it together for a while. Like particularly that's what we did a lot last time. We had like a where we were recording, we had a live setup, so we could go through the demos that we had, learn them loosely, and just get sort of the basic ideas, and then just jam them out heaps and heaps until we sort of develop them into songs.
Yeah, nice. So it's a collaborative effort.
Very much so, yeah.
When you guys are getting prepared for your live shows, kind of take us through your experience, how you kind of get ready for that.
Is it a weekly rehearsal?
Yeah,
True. Yeah, we
Crack.
kind of, if there's like a bigger show coming up, we'll kind of book, a few months in advance, like weekly, work on a day that works for everyone and kind of lock in some time in a rehearsal studio. Recently, we've been doing it at a friend of mine, Oscar France. He's got a rehearsal space just in Northcote, which is perfect. It's got everything set up for us, and we can kind of get in there, get set up, and be playing pretty quickly. So that's pretty helpful because everyone's coming after work or whatever. So being able to get set up and rehearsing quickly is definitely a good thing.
I think also when we arrive at the venue that we're playing at, particularly if we're playing later, preparation is like this mental game where it's finding a balance between enough alcohol that you lose your inhibitions, but not so much that you sound like shit when you play.
Yeah.
And that's it is a fine line, yeah.
Can you guys talk about any upcoming projects or releases that you're excited about?
Yeah, we've got a 5-track kind of, they're all being mixed currently by Jono at Good Mood Melbourne. We recorded them back in January up at Pat's family's property in Rhinestone. And we're unsure how they'll be packaged, but they will be out, I don't know, in the coming months most likely. Yeah, very excited for those.
Okay. And have you guys played with or seen any up and coming artists that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I think we did a gig recently where we played with Ebby Nori, who's great, and Tashara Rose, who's really, really brilliant, who we played with a few times, who that was like an example of we just saw them one time because they were playing a set before we were, and we just thought that she was really, really great. And that's someone we're very fond of. And
I'll have to give a shout out to one of my other projects that I play in, Coolachino.
Coolachino, that's a cool name.
It's led by Declan Peel, and it's quite a different project than Kaz Garaz, but it's a lot of fun.
How long have you guys been playing music?
I think I started in grade 2, started learning piano, and then guitar was a cool thing to do, so I swapped to that, and now I'm playing piano again.
I started in like year 7, I think, playing drums. Yeah, and been playing and making music since then. Yeah,
I think grade 4, but I never really had lessons. I had things around the house, and I like picking stuff up and,
like
playing around
instruments
with
or
it.
just like spoons and things on the ground.
If you, if you're using it as a musical instrument, it becomes a musical instrument. Like it's no longer like I wasn't, banging them together and then shoveling like fudge or anything to a massive spoon at the same time. It was like it was utilized as a musical instrument.
Okay.
So I think that counts.
Yeah.
Thanks heaps, guys, for the interview. It's very insightful. I'm keen to show your music video next, so stay tuned, guys.
Thanks for having us.
guys.
Thank you.
Well, farewell to begin with. I'm choked furthermore. In your path stands a tower, a facetious loud uproar. Like the piercing harp you blew in. After all of us did learn that you suffered for your music, and now it is our turn. So goodbye to the sweetest full of fall. Oh, oh, wow, 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 wow. You gave us the music where jesters fill in place, where high school hermits sit and dream in your sweet waggish face. In your right hand sat the knack for dulcet oral feel. In your left a playful salver which fed your killing's feel. So goodbye to the sweetest full of all. Oh, 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 wow, 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 wow. One who'd see us slide down, so no one had to fall. Oh, wow, 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 wow. In quiet talks I mourn you, on summer walks I weep, for your urban witch doth shadow for that tower sitting steep. And you left without a hello, for we never got to meet. So I'll dream you in a damp winter, skidding on the sleet. So goodbye to the sweetest full of all. Oh, oh, wow, 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 wow.
So we're here at the Majak Doorhouse, ready to ask the boys some questions.
So, what are you guys doing outside of music at the moment? How's things going for you all?
Good. We're just working on our jobs. We all do a bunch of different things. We all started doing guitar music teaching last year, not guitar teaching. Joe teaches drums, Joe teaches keys, and I teach guitar, and that's been fun. Yeah, it's been good to do that around music, I'd say.
And we're actually transitioning into sort of a country vibe as well. So
Are you guys entirely self-produced?
Yeah. Lately we have been, yeah. Or the last few years, I'd say.
our latest album, I think, was it 3 of the songs were not mixed or mastered by us?
Two.
2 of the songs.
Yeah.
Good to like be learning how to do it yourself, so then you can just be like more self-sufficient, not have to pay
Yeah,
for someone to mix it, and it's obviously going to be a learning curve. So I reckon we're getting there.
I was a bit like that even with mixing sometimes. I love doing it, and like also I was inspired by a lot of a lot of bands do it now. Like King Gears was a big one. Like Mac DeMarco is another one. So I reckon heaps more bands are doing it themselves than they used to be. And I reckon the reason for that is because it's kind of, it fills up your whole schedule a lot more, and you know your sound, and if you know how to mix, then you can mix it the way you like and save the money. I mean, obviously all the gear and all the extra stuff costs money, but I didn't see it as like a expense. It was more just like a hobby.
When you go into a studio, it's like you're there on time, like ready to go, and here you just like wake up.
You can roll out of bed and just like you're in the studio.
I'm sure a lot of up-and-coming musicians would appreciate like some tips on how to stay motivated, churning out new music, playing gigs. It's a hard slog for up-and-coming bands, so what do you got to say?
I just love being in the studio. I love, like, most part I love doing band practice. Sometimes, like, if I haven't eaten, I fucking hate everyone. Yeah.
And I'd say just like rock up is like the main thing. Like as long as you just sit down at the desk and try, like even if it's for 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Like that's, if you're doing that every day at least, like you're
Making progress.
making progress. Yeah.
All right.
That's all right.
Kinsey's out of here.
Yep.
Thanks a lot
See
for
you
your help,
guys.
Kinsey.
Of course.
See you in the next interview.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in how people listen to music. You know, like some people listen for like the structure or certain instruments or the mix or whatever. Do you guys have anything when you hear a new song or whatever you're listening to straight away?
When you are used to mixing all the time, you can definitely pick apart someone else's song. But I don't think it's a good thing. Like you can pick it out in a good way where you're listening out for things that they're doing, like strategically. The best thing I've learned is not to analyze it too much. And when you're listening to a song, it should just be how is the song coming across?
How it feels.
Yeah, how's it feeling when it's coming across?
Listening to other artists who you're like, that's maybe a similar sort of vibe, and being like oh, their kicks like just like on the top end, like
things like that. Yeah, there's definitely technical
points.
things, but like the end of the day, it's like what's the song meant to communicate? That's the main thing.
I definitely tend to look out for the instrument that I play as well, which is keys. And it's sort of like, it's a bit of a struggle for a musician to sometimes get out of the headspace of a musician while listening to music, which is something that you need to be able to do.
Do you guys have any favourites in your gear collection? I can see a little bit of stuff around.
Yes, there's a melodica up there used a lot on the first project of Gorillaz, kind of like that. I don't know if you know that sound. It's sort of like an accordion, but you blow it.
Should get it that up in there.
Yeah, I'll go.
Little sitar here, which we've never.
Especially in a bunch of the recordings where we're sort of just like
going on here?
trying new instruments, and that's what the Mellotron's really good for, because it's just got all these great orchestral sounds.
All right, final question. Since this is about giving a platform to emerging musicians, who is a band that you guys have played with recently or heard recently that you want to give a shout out to?
I reckon the Mirrors are sick.
Bones and Jones is another one
Bones
that's crapping out that
Jones.
we've been very much enjoying.
Yeah.
Big shout out. Yeah,
Snowy
yeah.
Band as
Snowy
well.
Band, way dynamic.
Way dynamic.
Some good
Yeah.
bands.
Cool sounds.
Cool sounds.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Thanks heaps for talking to us, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Love your music. I'm excited for this episode, and we'll send a link to you. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Can you take over
day it's gone. Oh, well, I wish I could sleep with ease. I got chains, chains, chains around my feet. I got chains, chains, chains around my feet. Oh, I got chains, chains, chains around my feet. Heavy, the sand hot on my toe, and although miles are steady, well, I'm burning and it shows. My hands up high. Oh, I guess they didn't see me, but it was worth a try. I find a point of finger, there ain't no fault but my own. Well, I should have known much better than to leave these tears unsown. Tears don't seem to help. They're drying up in seconds, and I just seem to melt. No rain in this desert, it just don't seem to end. I prayed to the heavens, but they had no rain to send. I got deep into the funnel, low. Well, it's such a crazy, crazy feeling. I get weak in the knees. My poor old head is reeling as I get deep into the funnel of love. bound to get you someday. Here I go, going down, down, down. My mind is blank, my head is spinning around and around as I go deep into the funnel of love. Yeah, it's such a crazy, crazy feeling. I go away in the knees, my bull road haze reeling as I go deep into the funnel of love. Again. It's bound to get you someday.